Hey, Premier Planet, it's Justin Barlow coming at you from inside the Premier Studio in Woodstock, Illinois, and as you can hear all around me, people are still abuzz about the events of PPW number 181 that took place this last Saturday night. If you weren't here in Woodstock, man, you really missed out. But if you couldn't make it here, we know you were with us in spirit, and we thank you for your continued support, all of you out there across the Premier Planet. We started the evening with a one-on-one match. It was the world exclusive, the only three-time champion in Premier Pro Wrestling history, Matt Vine, taking on newcomer La Tarantula. Now, to pretty much everyone's amazement, La Tarantula really held his own against Vine, but a well-placed Vine Buster made sure that La Tarantula would not pick up a victory over the three-time champ. Matt Vine walks away with a big moral victory in the opening contest, and Matt Vine would later go on to a number one contenders triple threat match, but we'll cover that just a little bit later on. Following that match between Matt Vine and La Tarantula, it was a grudge match. Irish Andy Anderson taking on the hunk with the tree trunks, Chase Gosselin. Chase requested this match because of the events that transpired at the close of PPW 180 in the main event. Chase was so close to taking back the PPW World Heavyweight Championship until Andy got involved on Ronnie Metro's behalf. Chase wanted Andy, he wanted a piece of Andy right in the ring. And Chase, to start the match off, he was having quite a bit of fun with Andy, I'll leave it at that. But a low blow behind the referee's back turned the tables in Andy's favor, and it looked like he was coming so close to actually putting Chase away for a victory. But Andy at one point gets his feet on the ropes, as you can see from the footage. The referee sees it, calls for a break. This allows Chase to come in and roll up Andy for the 1-2-3. Chase Gosselin walks away with a victory in the grudge match against Andy Anderson, but Andy wasn't done. He wasn't about to head for the hills. As Chase is celebrating, Andy sneaks back into the ring and from behind just clobbers Chase, leaves him in a pile in the middle of the ring. Guaranteed the blood continues to boil between the two former Dirty Boys, well, one current in Andy Anderson and one former in Chase Gosselin. Following that, Conor versus Sky Blue with a very special stipulation. It was decided last week that if Sky could beat Conor, Sky's friend Chase Gosselin would get his hands on Conor in the ring for 10 minutes, and wouldn't you know it, Sky Blue is able to roll Conor up 1, 2, 3, and now all of a sudden, Conor just completely has his plate full later in the evening when he has to face the two-time Premier Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Chase Gosselin. After a short intermission, we all reconvened, and we got kicked off in the second half with our number one contenders match, but this wasn't a one-on-one match. Instead, triple threat rules. It was Sensei versus Anakin versus the world exclusive Matt Vine. And let's roll the footage, and you can see for yourself what happened at the close of this contest. So you can see there, almost a miracle on Davis Road. Anakin is able to pull out a victory in the triple threat number one contenders match, and at just 17 years old, he is now just one step away from winning his very first World Heavyweight Championship here in PPW. Following the triple threat match, it was as promised. Chase Gosselin got his hands on Conor for 10 minutes in the ring, and you want to talk about at the buzzer. Chase controlled the majority of this match, but to a lot of people's surprise, Conor pulling out a few stops, able to stop Chase in his tracks on numerous occasions, but Chase at the literally, I'm not lying, the last minute gets that Saturday night special on Conor. Conor has absolutely no choice but to tap out. He's in the middle of the ring, nowhere to go. Chase Gosselin picks up a moral victory, not just for himself, but for Sky Blue, who was bearing witness on the outside and frankly enjoying what she saw. And then in our main event, after becoming the #1 contender at PPW 180, El Mero Mero Inestra took on the reigning champion, Ronnie Veronica Metro. And take a look and see what happened at the close of this contest. Can see there, Ronnie with a gut wrench power bomb is able to knock the wind out of Inestra, pick up a victory, and retain his championship. But this coming Saturday night, again, Ronnie, while he may think it's going to be a walk in the park, his new #1 contender is none other than the Premier Academy standout, Anakin, who has been on fire since his debut. Again, just 17 years old, chomping at the bit to get some gold around his waist here in PPW. We also have coming up this Saturday night a tag team match. It was announced at the very close of the studio taping this last Saturday night. It's going to be Inestra teaming with Sensei to take on the team of Matt Vine and the new #1 contender, Anakin. Also, Conor Core in his loss to Chase Gosselin apparently now blaming Sky Blue for, frankly, Conor's embarrassment at the hands of Chase. Conor and Sky are going to tangle once again this Saturday night. You're going to want to come out and see every ounce of the action we have coming your way. Again, this Saturday night, as it is every Saturday night, here in the Premier Studio in Woodstock. On behalf of all, excuse me, I'm getting tongue-tied here. On behalf of all of us here at Premier Pro Wrestling, I'm Justin Barlow, and we will see you folks out here for PPW 182 this Saturday night.